In this video, I will be comparing two of Europe's largest low-cost carriers where I fly on easyJet and Ryanair, and even experience my first diversion.
And from the captain then with an update, the weather hasn't improved a single bit unfortunately in my moment, so we are making our way now southeast towards Cologne.
I will be taking 3 flights in this video. The first flight will be with easyJet, from Amsterdam Schiphol to Milan Malpensa Airport. I took the train to Schiphol Airport. Schiphol Airport has an underground train station where you can connect to all the major cities in the Netherlands. And there are also a few international train lines stopping at Schiphol, like the Eurostar service from London and Paris. After leaving the station, you are directly at Schiphol Plaza, a large space with different shops and restaurants. Schiphol Airport has 3 departure halls. Both easyJet and Ryanair use departure hall 3. After passing through security, you find yourself in the shopping area. Low-cost airlines use the M gates at Schiphol. These gates do not offer jet British and instead make you board the aircraft by air stairs. My aircraft is about to arrive. And pulling into the gate is my plane for tonight, a 15-year-old Airbus A319-100, delivered brand new to easyJet UK in November 2009 as Golf Echo Zulu Foxtrot November, and was later transferred to easyJet Europe in February 2018, where it received the registration Oscar Echo Lima Quebec Golf. This A319 is powered by 2 CFM56 engines. Let's take a look at the seat map. This A319 is fitted with 156 economy class seats in a 3-3 configuration. These seats are the Recaro SL3510 Slimline models, designed to be lightweight and space efficient. And we're on board. Today my seat is 4F, a window seat on the right side of the aircraft. There is barely any legroom for me. I am 198 centimeters or 6'5", so I am quite tall, and I could barely move.
Dalla cabina di pilotaggio mi chiamo Mattia Mazzacani, sono il comandante su questo Airbus 319 EasyJet Europe, destinazione Milano Malpensa. E a nome di tutto l'equipaggio vi do il going to fly Fladek. My name is Mattia Mazzacani and I'm the captain of this Airbus 319 EasyJet Europe, destination Milano Malpensa. And we have the entire crew would like to welcome you on board. The operation in a few minutes, we're ready to leave the parking stand. We have to wait just 5 minutes here in the parking to perform the de-icing procedure. It's going to take 5, maximum 7-8 minutes, and then we will leave. Flight time will be 1 hour and 30 minutes. Weather along the route is quite good. Destination, just few clouds, temperature 4 degrees. Soon the cabin crew perform a safety demonstration, serving for a frequent flyer. Please pay maximum attention to safety briefing. For the moment that's all, thanks for flying with easyJet. I hope you enjoy the flight and I wish you best on board.
The location of the emergency exits is shown on the safety card and is demonstrated by the crew. Please make sure you know where your nearest exits are. They may be behind you.
Ladies and gentlemen, your captain speaking from the flight. To give you a quick update, in a couple of minutes we should be clear to start our engines. There was a lot of traffic here at the airport, a bit of congestion, so we have to wait our turn.
And after a couple minutes of waiting, it was finally time to push back. takeoff, the crew sprung into action and started the in-flight service. I ordered a Coke and a croquet monsieur, which is a gourmet grilled ham and cheese sandwich. It wasn't anything special to write about. I paid about €9 for the can of Coke and this sandwich, which I find a bit expensive considering the quality. Let's take a look at what's inside the seatback pocket. Inside you will find a safety card, the in-flight magazine, and an air sickness bag. Let's inspect the lavatory. There's not much room for my head and it isn't all that spacious. There weren't any amenities in the lab, but this is a low-cost airline after all, so that's to be expected. There wasn't much to see outside throughout the flight, and before you knew it, we were already descending into Milan.
Passengers, welcome to Milan Malpensa, where the local time is 15 minutes past 11. Very shortly, cabin crew will be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, please to remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign has been switched off and the aircraft has come in its final parking position. You now use your portable electronic devices for disembarking. Please be sure to take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pockets underneath the seat and in the overall lockers. Do take care while opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is still not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area outside the terminal. On behalf of the captain and the entire crew, it has been a pleasure looking after you today, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Thank you and a very good evening.
I spent one day at Milan Malpensa Airport doing some plane spotting and enjoying some Italian pizza. After that, I went to Lake Como for a few days and enjoyed some good food, spending time with friends and family, and of course doing some more plane spotting. After a few days in Italy, it was finally time to head over to my next destination, which was Benidorm in Spain. To get there, I flew with Ryanair from Milan Malpensa to Alicante Airport. Milan Malpensa Airport is one of 3 airports serving Milan, the other 2 being Milan Linate Airport, which is only 7 kilometers from the city center, and Milan Bergamo Airport, which is 45 kilometers from Milan. Malpensa Airport is 49 kilometers from the city center and is the main international airport for Milan. Malpensa Airport has 2 terminals. Terminal 1 has all the Schengen flights and international flights, and Terminal 2 is used exclusively by easyJet. Ryanair operates out of Terminal 1. Terminal 1 has a large variety of duty-free shops, boutiques and food options, offering a wide range of Italian goods. And pulling up to my gate is my plane for today, a 2-year-old Boeing 737 MAX 8-200, registered as Echo India, India Foxtrot Papa. Delivered brand new to Ryanair in September 2022, this aircraft is powered by 2 CFM LEAP 1B27 engines.
Ja, achterdeur. Ja.
These seats are the Zodiac Z110 slimline models, chosen for the lightweight construction and space-saving design.
Departure welcome aboard the Ryanair flight to Alicante. Alicante is not your final destination. Please identify yourself to the
Ryanair does not have any seatback pockets. Instead, they put the safety instructions on the seat itself. As for the legroom, it's non-existent.
These features may differ from aircraft that you have flown on before. Please remove headphones for this demonstration.
It's now
Oxygen
finally
is
time to
flowing.
push back.
Fit your own mask first before helping anyone else. The life jackets are still flight mode, may be used throughout the flight. Please select flight.
Di questo aeromobile. Questi sistemi possono differire da quelli di altri aeromobili sui quali avete viaggiato in precedenza. Vi invitiamo a rimuovere cuffie ed auricolari durante il
En este tipo de avión pueden encontrar 10 salidas de emergencia y sus chalecos salvavidas se encuentran en el panel superior. Gracias.
After takeoff, a crew member handed me a magazine containing the in-flight menu and shopping. They never came around to collecting this, and to this day I still have it.
Compare with street prices, for example, for only €20 we can offer you calling line to duty.
I ordered a margarita pizza and a can of Coke. The pizza was actually pretty good and I enjoyed having it. I paid about €10 for this pizza and the Coke, which is still pricey, but compared to my sandwich from EasyJet, I still say that the quality was better. This is the front lavatory and it's absolutely tiny. I'm a tall guy and I can't even stand up straight in here. And before you know it, we were already approaching Spain.
Thank you for flying Ryanair. Last year, over 90% of our flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Ryanair, low fares, made simple.
I spent a few weeks in Spain, celebrating Christmas with my family, feeding the local wildlife, and of course doing a bit of aviation photography. And now we move on to the flight that had all the problems. In the days leading up to our flight, heavy fog was disrupting flights going in and out of Eindhoven Airport. A lot of the flights had to divert to nearby cities like Cologne, Nuremberg, Brussels and Amsterdam, including ours. Even before our flight, we received a notification that our flight would be delayed, as the 737 MAX that we were supposed to be on was stuck in Newcastle due to the fog. So they actually had to fly in a 737-800 from Sevilla in order for us to get to Eindhoven. Alicante Airport is the main airport of Alicante, and is the airport most people fly into when traveling to Benidorm. The airport has a single terminal and is connected by buses to Alicante and Benidorm, though there are talks of adding a rail link. The airport is used by both low-cost carriers and full-service carriers, and has flights to Europe, the UK, the Nordic states and North Africa. And there is my plane arriving from a repositioning flight from Sevilla. A 13-year-old 737-800 registered as Echo India, Echo Sierra Victor. This plane was delivered to Ryanair in December 2011. This 737 is powered by two CFM56 7B26E engines. It's now time to board. Now I don't know why they did this, but the ground staff made us board, but we had to wait in the stairs for what felt like 10 minutes. Let's take a look at the seat map. This 737-800 is fitted with 187 Zodiac Z110 seats, the same seats as on the 737 MAX 8-200. I'm sitting in 33A, all the way in the back.
Destination advised one of the crew on board today. You're travelling on a 737-800 aircraft. At the last moment, our aircraft has been changed due to the fact that your original aircraft is stuck in the United Kingdom. It's been delayed for up to 9 hours. That's why some of your seats have been changed on today's flight.
The legroom on the 737-800 is slightly better than on the MAX. As the sun began to set and our departure time grew closer, the captain made an announcement.
On board this Ryanair flight for 7522 with destination Eindhoven. We're waiting still a bit for our traffic control to let us go. The latest update we have on a slot time that we got is that we are supposed to be here waiting for another 20 minutes before they allow us to start moving. So about 6:20 we can start. Unless it improves further, which I will keep you informed with. Anyway, once we do get on our way, flight time today is expected at 2 hours and 20 minutes. Latest the weather report from Eindhoven Airport now is a temperature of 0 degrees with light winds, a bit misty. Also shortly, feel free to use the toilet while we wait though, and I'll get back to you if we get any more improvements on this slot time. Thank you.
Airport, as you know already, there's very severe weather conditions in the UK, also in Holland and in Belgium today, which has caused many delays throughout the day and many air traffic control restrictions. The aircraft that you originally were supposed to be on was one of our larger aircraft, and that's why a lot of passengers had to change seats. And your aircraft is actually still in Newcastle in the United Kingdom since 8 o'clock this morning. It's delayed over 9 hours. So the reason you changed aircraft is so that we can get you to Eindhoven as quickly as possible. Thank you for your patience and cooperation.
Both sides of the aircraft, at the front, in the middle, and at the rear of the cabin.
We finally pushed back, significantly delayed. altitude, the crew started the in-flight service. This time I opted to buy one of their meal bundles. I paid €11.50 for a ham and cheese panini, a Kit Kat, and a Coke. The panini was pretty good actually, and the Kit Kat tasted like a cake. Value of this meal is slightly better as the panini was quite large, so I'd say that it's alright value for €11.50. There really wasn't much to see outside the window during the flight. Let's take a look at the lavatory. There's more space for my head compared to the lavatory on the 737 MAX 8-200. However, there's still not much special to say about the lavatories on Ryanair. As we started our approach into Eindhoven, the captain came on the intercom to make this announcement.
Eindhoven Airport in a holding pattern. We're waiting for the weather to improve. If it does, we just received reports from air traffic control down at the tower that the visibility is a little bit too low at the moment for us to commence an approach. So for the moment we're gonna stick around for a little while to see if it improves. However, they also said that they're not expecting any improvement happening anytime soon, so if we haven't received any better weather down there for the next 15 minutes or so, we will have to be going somewhere else. And for the moment, it looks like it will be Cologne, our designated alternate for tonight. So if we don't land in Eindhoven, we will be going to Cologne. But for the moment, we're keeping fingers crossed here that the weather improves a little bit. So within the next 10 or 15 minutes, we can at least attempt to commence an approach down into Eindhoven. I'll of course keep you informed within the next few minutes here to see if we have thank you apologies for
Cologne, dat zijn we druk. Waar moet u landen? Duitsland.
The captain said we're going to wait for approximately 15 minutes, and in 15 minutes, if it doesn't improve, obviously for safety reasons, we have to go to Cologne. So we will be dimming the cabin lights now shortly for landing. If you wish to continue reading, you'll find a reading light in the panel above your head. So once again, we'll be circling now for 15 minutes. If it does not improve in 15 minutes, we will be diverting to Cologne. Thank you.
As you can hear, the passengers weren't happy about the idea of going to Cologne. We ended up holding near Eindhoven for about 15 minutes, and then this happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello again from the captain and with an update. The weather hasn't improved a single bit, unfortunately, in Eindhoven, so we are making our way now southeast towards Cologne. So expecting to land in Cologne in about between 15 and 20 minutes from now. Cologne weather though is very nice, clear skies, light winds for the moment and a temperature of 1 degree. We'll be back to you with more information, and once we are on the ground in Cologne we'll tell you what we can expect from the onward journey. So, apologies for that.
The fog was so bad at Eindhoven that we ended up having to divert to Cologne. And right as we crossed into Germany, the weather cleared up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're landing in Cologne Airport in less than 10 minutes. Please ensure once again that your seatbelt is securely fastened, your tray table is stowed away, your armrest is down and your window blind is fully open. Those passengers travelling with infants, please ensure that they are securely stowed with their seatbelts around your waist. Laptop computers must also be switched off. We'll be landing in Cologne Airport in less than 10 minutes, thank you. Once we arrive in Cologne Airport, we need you to remain seated when we arrive at the terminal building, and we will give you more information as to the onward travel arrangements to Eindhoven Airport, thank you. gentlemen, we have arrived in Cologne Airport where the local time is 9:25. Remain seated please with your seatbelt fastened until we have arrived at the terminal building and the seatbelt sign has been switched off for you. When we arrive at the terminal building, you must remain seated until further notice. Once again, remain seated and we will give you more information from the ground staff in regards to onward travel arrangements from here to Eindhoven Airport. If you smoke, refrain from doing so until you're outside the airport. Once again, our sincere apologies in relation to your diversion to Cologne Airport, but as you saw yourself out the windows, it was just impossible to land there with the low visibility. We thank you very much for your patience and cooperation. From the crew on board, thank you and good night.
Ik heb 2 handen, bij de 2 staan.
Ik ben hartstikke rustig hoor, ik ben helemaal van.
Yeah, we can take a please doors to man and coasting. Ladies and gentlemen, remain seated. Please remain seated until further notice. Thank you.
We had to wait on board for a bit longer so the ground crew could figure out how to get us to Eindhoven.
The plan from the company is to shortly, so please remain in your seat for the moment, shortly to disembark you all into the terminal. And outside the remaining bit of the journey to Eindhoven will be made by buses tonight, unfortunately. So in a few moments there will be you will be taken into the terminal here in Cologne, and the planned onboard journey tonight to Eindhoven is via buses. The weather, it's still too foggy there to land now at the moment, unfortunately. Thank you and apologize for this situation.
When you arrive inside the main terminal building, you will collect your luggage as normal, and then you will go to the information desk where they will let you know where the buses will be to bring you to Eindhoven Airport. If you don't want to go to Eindhoven Airport, if you want to go somewhere else, just please let the staff in the airport know. We're going to start disembarking now, the first 80 passengers, so can you please start coming to the front, please?
Oh, zo, we gaan van voor.
After disembarking, we collected our bags and were put into the arrival hall. The organization was quite chaotic and nothing was properly communicated, but we still managed to get onto the right bus. And now for my closing thoughts. I found EasyJet to be okay, the food was okay and the seat was a bit tight. As for Ryanair, I really enjoyed flying with them. For a low-cost airline, I think they're doing pretty good. I thought the food was good as well, though a bit pricey. The seat was alright, a bit tight on the max, but enough legroom on the Dash 800. Of course, Ryanair couldn't do anything about the diversion, and I think they could have improved communication and organization on the ground in Cologne. Would I fly with these airlines again? Yeah, I probably would. I want to thank everybody for watching my video. I'm sorry that this video took longer to upload. I've been busy and I went on holiday to Hong Kong and Shanghai, where I also flew some interesting aircraft, which will be coming up in a few videos. Yeah, if you like what you see, please subscribe and I'll see you next time.